Thanks to the support as a channel member, Nathan Curry. Well, I'm going to assume that you lot either really enjoyed episode 1 or you really wanted to win a copy of FM22, because as of the time of recording, which is Wednesday morning, like 9 o'clock Wednesday morning, 9:30 Wednesday morning, we've had over 20,000 views, nearly 4,000 likes, over 1,000 comments, over 200 retweets. It's fair to say the support has been incredible. Long may that continue. If you're still excited, please continue liking the video. It really does make a difference to the success of the series. It helps the channel. Liking and commenting, and it's all these things that tickle the algorithm. They are incredible. So please keep that up. But I am also going to keep up my end of the bargain, which means I have 2 copies of Football Manager 2022 to give away. Obviously, this game is not out yet. It's not even announced yet. If by any chance they end up saying, we're not going to make FM22, I don't know, I'll send you a box of chocolates or a copy of FIFA or something instead. I don't know. Which one of those would be the most disappointing option when you're expecting FM22? But assuming it happens, these 2 people will get their copies just as soon as we're able to pre-order them. I'll get them pre-ordered and sent over. So the winners are from the YouTube comment section. For this comment in Mark Rankin, you win. Congratulations. There you go. It says on there, one of 1,224 comments at the time of recording. Mark, congratulations. A copy of FM22 will be on its way to you. And then from Twitter, the winner was Oliver. Oliver, again, let me know. In fact, I can get in touch with you, Oliver. I can DM you on Twitter. Mark, it's a little more complicated. If you can reply back to your comment again and let me know how I can contact you, I'll make sure to get in touch, whether it's by DM somewhere or email. But Oliver, I'll send you a DM now. You should have already had it before the video. Congratulations to you both. FM22's for, I was going to say for everyone. FM22's for those 2 specific people. Hello and welcome to part 3 of Rebuilding Barcelona. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode, we venture into the Champions League for the first time, at least the first time in a video. We have already played a Champions League game, which I shall show you in a moment. But as you can see from the league table, we are doing really rather well. We've had a fantastic start to the season. I will keep putting this disclaimer out there to remind everybody that this is likely to change as soon as transfer windows are open and we start to lose our players and start the full-on rebuild of the squad. The idea now is to get as many points on the board as possible so I don't get sacked, which is going quite well. The only drop points in the league were in the most recent game away against Espanyol. We actually beat Atletico Madrid using our plan B. I can't believe we had to use him, but I brought Luke de Jong on. We went to a 4-2-4 in that game for the last few minutes. Immediately won a penalty, which Aguero converted, and then de Jong himself grabbing a goal in the 91st minute for a 2-0 win against Atletico that very much flattered us. As mentioned, we have already played in the Champions League as well, and we very nearly messed it up. We had to go plan B in that game as well, throwing on Martin Braithwaite to go up front with Aguero towards the end to salvage a 2-2 draw away against Zenit St. Petersburg. So our Champions League group not looking anywhere near as healthy as the La Liga table is currently looking, although Valencia, who we play today, are the other, or one of the 2 undefeated teams who are with us, level on points with us. We're both 16 points from 6 games, and we play Valencia now. So this is going to be a very important match when it comes to how our season might start to shape up. This is the team that we're going to be putting out there for said important match. We are still suffering from constant injuries, as someone has rightly pointed out in the comment section, and I might have to take this on board if it starts to become a continuous long-term problem. This aging squad not really cut out for the gegenpress, and although it's working on the pitch at the moment, our players are dropping like flies because of it. Busquets is injured. He's going to be out for the next 3 to 5 weeks. We've also lost pretty much all of our backup players. Samuel Umtiti is out as well. Yeah, we're struggling a little bit. We're getting to the point where Dembele, you can see, is just recovering from an injury. We are struggling to fill a bench. And I think if we get to the point where we're consistently struggling to fill a bench with what is, I think, a 23-man squad, it's not like we've got a tiny squad. It's a 24-man squad where we're consistently struggling to fill the bench. If it continues, we may have to rethink the gegenpress idea. But for now, it's working on the pitch, and we are going to be freshening up the squad as time goes on. So hopefully we can keep it going long enough so that we can start to bring in some players who it might suit a little bit more. That's the theory. There's lots of races against time in this save already, it seems. So we're going with ter Stegen in goal, a back four of Alba, Longley, Piqué and Roberto, De Jong and Pedri in midfield. Pedri is a box-to-box midfielder. That's what I'm talking about. Depay, Coutinho and Fati out wide. Or Coutinho's not out wide. You know what I mean. And then Sergio Aguero up front. And I tell you what, Aguero at 33 years old has been absolutely sensational. 9 goals from 6 games in La Liga. He scored from the, I think it was, no, it wasn't a penalty. He just scored a goal against Zenit St. Petersburg as well. He has been absolutely brilliant. It's just a shame he's not 10 years younger because we could build the team around him. He's very much a one-season stopgap who's probably knowing, but I mean, I've not even looked, but knowing Barcelona and the way they do business, he's a one-season stopgap who's probably on a 4-year contract, which, oh God, I need to check now. Can you imagine? He's on a 2-year contract. It's not disastrous. I can't imagine he's still going to be in the team in 18 months' time, but he'll probably at that point still be a useful player to come off the bench. And talking of useful, Gerard Piqué has just scored his first goal of the season. This is a route to goal that I was expecting to be a little bit more threatening than it has been so far, because Piqué is a big guy and a big aerial threat. I've mentioned in one of the earlier episodes, he's someone I've used in the Streamer Showdown over on Twitch before when I didn't have Virgil van Dijk available to me, specifically because as a threat from corners, Piqué is probably, of the elite defenders, second biggest threat behind Van Dijk. I was expecting it to be a big source of goals. It hasn't been so far, but he did well there. And Roberto has now done even better with it's an absolute stunning effort from long range. He's hit it so hard that even though the goalkeeper's got to it, he's not able to make the save. Roberto just takes one touch, absolutely smacks it. I mean, the Valencia keeper is going to be disappointed. It's gone straight at him and he's spilled it into the back of the net. I don't really care if he's disappointed. We're 2-0 up after 15 minutes against the team that were pushing us closest at the top of the table. So this bodes very well for our title push. I'm hoping if we can win La Liga this year, and then obviously the team is, regardless of what I do, I think the team is going to be weaker next year than it is this year because of fixing the wage budget. But if we can win La Liga this year, I'm hoping it gives me a little bit of a cushion with the board so that I don't immediately get fired as soon as things start to take a little bit of a dip. Having that in the bank, I think, is going to be helpful. Whether or not we can add a Champions League into that as well and do the double in the first year and really build myself some equity with the board, we'll see. I mean, the plan might go wrong because the board is in the process of changing. We've got elections going on at the moment. I don't know how long the elections take. Hopefully they'll be wrapped up long before the end of the season so that we can, so that the good work I'm doing this year actually counts for something, because the way it always seems to work in FM is if I win the league this year, but then a new board comes in, they only judge me what I do from that point on. And then that kind of defeats the object of building up some goodwill with the board like I'm trying to do at the moment. I don't know how much logic there is to it, but to me, it seems like a logical course of action. Try and win all the football matches and worry about fixing the finances when we're able to fix the finances. There's nothing we can do about that until January. So for now, the focus is we've got a very good team, if not a very deep squad, but we've got a very good team. Let's try and get loads of wins, pull out a bit of a lead at the top of the league. And then if we lose 2 or 3 players in January, as we try and salvage some wage budget and cash in on players if we can, then hopefully we've got enough of a lead. Oh, he's done that twice. Jordi Alba is a madman because he's lunged in once and missed, but then got up and immediately lunged in again just to make sure he gets himself sent off. It's like he'd made up his mind that he was getting sent off there and just went with it. Dest can come on. I think this might be the first time I've used Dest. He's made 1 substitute appearance previously. The comments section very much telling me I should be using him more. So this is going to be an opportunity for him. He's going to be covering at left back for a game or 2. I mean, his potential isn't that hot. I'd look at that and think 2-star current ability, 3-star potential. I'm yet to be convinced, but he's going to get an opportunity now. He's certainly going to play for the rest of this game and may well play the next couple of games while Jordi Alba is suspended. Look at the state of this. Valencia had been having a good season until they came to face us and we put them in their place. Right, we're going to take off Memphis Depay as well. Braithwaite can come on that left-hand side. I'm also looking at Frankie de Jong, who is tiring, but we don't really have anyone who can come on for him. I guess we'll do this guy. How do you say his name? Ricky Pig? Is that, I mean, do I look Spanish to you? I don't know how to pronounce that. What is he? He is Spanish. Ricky Pig? Ricky Pig. Let me know in the comment section all the ways I've pronounced that wrong. But for now, Ricky the Pig is coming on in central midfield. What does he want to be? Tell me he's a box-to-box midfielder. I'd quite like to get Pedri as the playmaker in there. But we've got, I mean, who'd have thought with Barcelona, I feel like we've got a few too many tap it around nicely in midfield playmaker types. And what we need is a big, ugly lump to just get in there and kick a few people and get some forward momentum going. I don't think we really get that from any of these midfielders. I've tried to force De Jong doing it, but it doesn't seem like it works as well as him being pretty. He's all right doing it alongside Busquets, but with him and Pedri, I don't know who can be the thug out of those two. I guess it should be De Jong, maybe. I don't know. Right, Alba is going to be suspended. He is an absolute maniac for doing it. Why do we not have? Normally, I have this stuff set up. We have the disciplinary thing set up, but apparently we don't. We'll just do a warning, I guess. We're not going to appeal because it was ridiculous. But we are now 8 games unbeaten. La Liga looking even better than it was before. And now we move into the Champions League, where it's a big game against Leipzig, who are probably going to be I would expect them to be the team that pushes closest to top the group. We need a win in this one. It was a disappointing start in the Champions League. Must-win game coming up. So a little bit of further evidence that the gegenpress might not be the one going forward. We have some tired little legs. De Jong, Sergi Roberto, Ansu Fati, all not showing us full conditioning going into this game. So we're rotating things around just a little bit. Dest is going to come in and play at right back because Roberto's moving into midfield because midfielders are they're dropping like flies. So we're going to play Roberto in there alongside De Jong. Alba can play because he's obviously going to miss the next game. Dest is probably going to have to go over to play left back from them, but let's get him in and get some games under his belt now, or a game under his belt at right back. And we're also able to bring Dembele back in, who's just recovered from his injury, to be able to give Ansu Fati a rest. It's not ideal, but Pedri's tired. I've got Pedri out of sight, out of mind. Pedri is tired as well, which is why we've dropped him out of the team down to there. And Collado still not fit enough to come back in either. So we don't have much of an option other than to play Sergi Roberto in midfield. Although, to be fair, I mean, I've openly said I don't watch a lot of La Liga. To me, he looks like a midfielder anyway. Is this guy a midfielder who can play right back? Or is he a right back who can play midfield? To me, I'm thinking he might be the box-to-box midfielder I was looking for. But then he's out of contract at the end of the season, so it doesn't matter if he is. He's not going to be the solution because he's on loads of money and we can't afford to extend his contract, so we've only got him for this year anyway. Plus, he's 29, so he's not really a long-term answer for us one way or the other, even if we could get him tied down to a new contract. So let's not get into any silly ideas about him being what we need in midfield. It looks like we might have won a penalty here. Dest with the throw. I think it's Ousmane Dembele who has picked up the ball there and immediately been clattered by a Leipzig defender and hopefully won us a penalty. Although there's a question mark of whether or not it was inside the area, I think. Let's see what the ref says. He's gone to look at the little telly. He's saying no telly, no penalty. It was outside the area. It was right on the cusp. And apparently the free kick was so ineffective that we didn't even get to see a highlight of it. That always bodes well for a team that I am trying to get better at set pieces. But it's not really getting us anywhere at the moment. Right, Aguero looking to break. This is not the kind of football I was expecting from Sergio Aguero. Pick the ball up on the halfway line, back to goal, turn, run, keep possession beautifully, and set up a good chance for a midfielder. He looked like Thierry Henry there. I don't think I understand what Sergio Aguero is. Corner, Dembele to hit the in-swinger. Lenglet's there, and it's just tipped wide by the goalkeeper. I don't understand why it's always Lenglet that we're hitting. Like I said in the last episode, I have told them to aim at PK. It worked in the last game, but we saw in yesterday's episode that we were consistently hitting Lenglet. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know if corners work differently since I last set up a corner tactic and I just hadn't noticed because it was kind of working in previous saves, so I didn't fiddle with it. But I feel like maybe we're not aiming at PK, even though that's what I think we're doing. And we're aiming the corners for the near post. We've then got PK on the near post. And Lenglet, look, I think PK's on the near post. Lenglet attacks the near post. But demonstration again that it's definitely Lenglet that we're hitting. So PK is further forward. But Lenglet's coming in from behind him. Now, certainly on the... Was that disallowed? Or had we not previously scored? Maybe we hadn't... In my mind, we were already 1-0 up. I guess we weren't. See, that's what we're doing. Now, this is how it worked on FM20. On FM20, you would put the guy you were aiming for there. But early FM21, it worked better to put the guy you were aiming for there. So I wonder if we swap them two around, is that going to lead to us aiming for PK more? Which, I mean, Lenglet is being effective. That was his second goal. He's created havoc, but PK's 6'4" and much better in the air. We want to be hitting him more often than anybody else. Sergio Roberto is broken. I mean, he was tired going in. He's double tired with bells on now. I think we need to bring good old Ricky Pig on to play in midfield. Right, De Jong. Can you be... See, he doesn't want to be a box-to-box midfielder either. He's so much better as a playmaker. It's going to be a problem if I want to play this system. And you know I want to play this system. So we need someone in there. I shouldn't really be thinking in terms of signings just yet, because I think certainly initially we're going to be feeding off scraps and taking what we can get and seeing who's available for free transfers at the end of the season. You can be very sure that as soon as we hit January the 1st, I'm going to be having a look at what contracts are going to be coming up. We're probably not going to be in a position to make any offers, so we're probably not going to get the top picks, but we'll see what might be available. Right, we're 1-0 up. I don't really want to bring Fatty on. I want to rest him. I think we are going to bring Braithwaite on. But then De Jong. Can this guy play midfield? He can play defensive midfield. He's 6'3". Maybe he can be my big thug for the rest of this match. Let's bring him on for De Jong. Ricky the Pig can be... I'm going to stop calling him that. I'm a monster. What is his name? Ricky Pug? Pig? Pig? I don't know. I might have to sell him just so I stop being disrespectful to him. I'm sorry, Ricky the Pig. I don't mean anything. I just don't know how to say your name. Feel free to call me Kev the Pig. It's probably more appropriate for me. Oh... edit all that out. Get that gone. Goodness me. Right, we have a free kick. It's Coutinho looking to whip it in. Again, aim it. Why are we always aiming for him? We have a 6'4", aerially dominant man that we should be aiming for. And we're not. They're not getting the memo here. I don't understand. Luckily, we have picked up another win, or our first win in the Champions League, but another win. Oh, see, those Champions League win bonuses are handy. He says we're spending £25 million a month on debt repayments. They're not that handy. We were on a 200 million balance at the start of the season. We're now down to 170. We've got another big payment towards all these coming in soon. Net debt still over £900 million. And Clement Lenglet is a goal machine. This is what rebuilding Barcelona looks like. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.